gonna make him an offer again.
Of all the gin joints and all the towns
You
and all the
can't
world.
handle the truth. Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the
Frankly,
war room.
my dear, I don't give a damn.
This is where the fun begins.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Multiplex Movie Melee. I'm your host today, Mark Menchaca. Remember my name that time. We got ourselves a singles match. Got ourselves actually a retirement match to say. It's sad to say that. So that which means one of these two players, so one of their careers in a movie Melee, at least in singles, will end today. We got Jacob E. West going up against Zachary Shelton. Uh, both players here going after their, honestly, going after their second win, the crucial second win to keep them in the game. High stakes here today. Might as well get right into their interviews here. Bringing in our first competitor here, which is Zachary. Zachary, how you doing today?
Good. A little bit of pressure today. I would love to do well today. I've played some good opponents in the past, but I'm definitely hoping for that second win today.
Oh, I hope so too. You're definitely a guy that will always come in and fill in for us. We do appreciate that. Bring in your opponent today, Jacob E. West. How you doing, Jacob?
Oh, I'm good. Joining my man Shaq here. We've both been retired from fandom for a while, getting into some new stuff that old men do. We played shuffleboard. We've coached football. He's talking about pickleball. I don't know what that is. So if I lose, I'll learn what pickleball is.
All right then. Good, learning new things. Great. Well, we'll go into let's go ahead and get started. Round number one. It's going to work like this. You're going to have 8 questions. And 8 general fandom, general movie categories. You have 15 seconds to write your answer down on your whiteboard. At the end of the time, we'll ask that you show and verbalize your answer. Get a point for each correct answer, and any one of you gets all 8 correct, you will receive a bonus question, also worth a point. All right. Anything else before we get started?
Mm.
All right, cool. You also get 3 repeats and challenges throughout the match. The first question comes to the category of recent releases. In Joker, Folie à Deux, who plays Harley Quinzel? Yeah, not too many people like this movie. I never actually saw it. Just like it's tough to find the 2.5 hours, and yeah, after a while, just I just didn't want to. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Go to Zachary.
Lady Gaga.
All right, Jacob.
I also said Lady Gaga.
And Lady Gaga is correct. Tied up after 1, going into your next question in the category of crime. In Goodfellas, what specifically did Karen do to the drugs in her possession when her home was raided? Yeah. If you don't know, just think of a way you would give her the drugs in your house. Just use yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Jacob.
I said flush them down the toilet.
Zachary.
And I also said flush them.
Flush them down the toilet is what we were looking for. Staying tied 2 apiece. Going into your next question in the category of the 2000s. In Sky High, who plays the main character's father, Steve Stronghold? Yeah. This movie has kind of a funny place here in this community. A lot of people, were, I think, in their childhood years when this movie came out. So a lot of nostalgia for it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Zachary.
Kurt Russell.
All right, Jacob.
I also said Kurt Russell.
And we are staying perfect across the board. Kurt Russell is correct. 3-3 is your score. Going
Mark,
into
you're
your
always perfect.
good to know. Going into your next question, the category of animation. What is the name of the snowman voiced by Josh Gad in Frozen? Yeah, I don't know what it is about this movie. I've seen it more than a handful of times. Every time I get asked about it, I just never know anything about it. I just like nothing sticks about this movie, even though I'm sure people have kids. They've seen it 1,000 times. They can recite this movie front to back if they need to. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Jacob.
Olaf.
Zachary.
Olaf.
No misses here yet. 4-4 score. Going past the midway point, round number 1 in your category of mystery thriller. How was the murder victim Ratchet killed in 1974's Murder on the Orient Express? Yeah, a lot of people have an affinity for this movie. I don't. I really don't like either version. I think either version is kind of boring and dumb. Like I'm just not a fan of it. Yeah, I don't care what people have to say about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Zachary
I guess shot.
and Jacob.
Ooh, I said poisoned.
Both are incorrect. We are looking for stabbed. He is stabbed. Uh, Specifically 12 times because there were 12 people in the movie. Going to your next question, the category of directors. Who directed Bram Stoker's Dracula and The Conversation? Yeah, I guess it's just spoil and murder in the Orient Express, but like I don't care. Like the ending is stupid. Like I don't like just it's dumb. Like okay, like whatever. So everybody did it. That's a fucking dumb answer for a mystery movie. Whatever. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Jacob.
Oh, you spoiled it because it's Bram Stoker.
Ah, okay. Zachary.
Francis Ford Coppola.
Francis Ford Coppola is correct. Zachary taking the first lead of the game. Going into your next question, the category of sports. The Hustler centers on what sport? It happened, the last match happened here again. I don't know who's writing like centers like the English way of RES instead of ERS, Like what is you're trying to throw me off, trying to get me to say centuries or something. Whatever. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Zachary
Pool.
and Jacob.
I said boxing.
Pool is correct. So Zachary widen the lead there, 6-4. Going into your final question in round number 1 comes in the category of comedy. Sacha Baron Cohen's character is from what country in Talladega Nights, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby? This movie's pretty good, honestly. Having a bad day, just kind of watch the ending. It just kind of makes me feel good. It's just yeah, that's pretty much it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Jacob
He's from France.
and Zachary.
I guess England.
France is correct. So Jacob cutting into that lead a bit, getting his score up to 5. Zachary still though in charge here at 6. So we're going into round number 2, which is our wheel round, in which both competitors will get a chance to spin our wheel. If they like what they land on the first time, they can keep it. If not, they can elect to spin again, but they must keep what they land on the second time. They're going to get 5 questions in whatever category they land on worth 2 points apiece, or they can check down a multiple choice for 1 point apiece. There is stealing, so please, both of you, watch your asses. The categories that can be spun on today are directed by Rawson Marshall Thurber and Peter Jackson Middle Earth. Those are our strength categories for this match, as well as comic book movies, horror, sports, comedy, 1970s, animation, as well as spinners and opponent's choice. Zachary, you are in the lead, so it's up to you whether or not you want to spin first or defer.
I will defer.
Alrighty, Jacob, here's your first spin. And you land on animation. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
Can I consult with my manager really quick?
If you must.
Yes. Okay, so to be fair, I missed the pool question, but pool's not a sport. It's math and balls, and so you forgive me, right? Yeah. He said respin it.
Okay, good. Respinning it, you gotta keep what you land on here. And you land on Peter Jackson Middle Earth. So that take down the wheel. And of course I will give you a question, Peter Jackson Middle Earth. I am the one who's here. So your first question. How many Peter Jackson Middle Earth films has Elijah Wood appeared in?
5.
That is incorrect. Going over to Zachary for the 2-point steal.
I'm going to guess 4.
4 is correct. So the 3 originals and Unexpected Journey is what we have here. All right. Your next question. What specifically does Tariel use to save Killy's life in The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug?
Give me multiple choice.
All right, multiple choice options are A, Lembas, B, Alfrin, C, Malron seeds, or D, Kingsfoil.
It's Kingsfoil.
That is correct for 1 point. Right. Your next question. Whose tomb did the Fellowship find in Moria in Fellowship of the Ring?
Balin's tomb.
That is correct for 2 points. Next question. How does the Master of Lake Town die in Battle of the Five Armies?
Smaug's dead body falls on him.
That is correct for 2 points. All right. And your final question, Peter Jackson Middle Earth. What is the name of the Wolf's Head? What is the name of the Wolf's Head battering ram the orcs used to breach the gates of Minas Tirith in Return of the King?
You know, I used to know that back when I read chapter number or the chapter names on DVD. When Return of the King was like the 3rd DVD I bought way back when, because I'm old. Give me multiple choice, please.
Multiple choice options are A, Gothmog, B, Hama, C, Grond, or D, Bolg.
I'm gonna say B.
B, Hama is incorrect. Going over to Zachary for the 1 point steal. I said A, Gothmog, B, Hama, C, Grond, or D, Bolg.
I'm going to guess D.
D, Bolg is also incorrect. The correct answer was C, Grond. All right. So with that ends off Jacob's turn. I have his score at 10. Zachary is at 8. So with that, we'll bring back up the wheel, and this will be Zachary's first spin. And you land on comic movies. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
Spin again.
You got it. Getting all 4 spins of the wheel today, and you land on comedy. Taking off. And as of course, I will give you your questions in comedy. First question. In Groundhog Day, Bill Murray's character learns to play what instrument?
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice options are A, the guitar, B, drums, C, saxophone, or D, piano.
I'm gonna guess A.
A, guitar is incorrect. Going over to Jacob for the 1-point steal. Is it A, guitar, B, drums, C, saxophone, or D, piano?
I believe it's the piano.
That is correct for 1 point. So, Zachary, your next question, comedy. In Neighbors, the fraternity throws a costume party in which everyone dresses up as characters played by what actor?
Robert De Niro.
That is correct for 2 points. Next question. What 80s comedy takes place at Adams College?
I might know, but give me multiple choice.
Multiple choice options are A, Animal House, B, Real Genius, C, Revenge of the Nerds, or D, Police Academy.
I'm gonna guess A.
A, Animal House is incorrect. Going over to Jacob for the 1-point steal. Is it A, Animal House, B, Real Genius, C, Revenge of the Nerds, or D, Police Academy?
I'm gonna say Revenge of the Nerds.
Revenge of the Nerds is correct for 1 point. So Zachary, here's your penultimate question in the category. In Step Brothers, Brennan's brother Derek sells what type of vehicle?
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice options are A, boats, B, helicopters, C, motorcycles, or D, planes.
B.
B, helicopters is correct for 1 point. All right, so here's your final question in the category comedy. Who plays late night host Catherine Newberry in Late Night? Five.
Emma Thompson.
That is correct for 2 points. Zachary taking the lead with that answer. So Zachary gets a score up to 13. Jacob with those steals right in it with 12. So we're going into round number 3, which is pick your poison round, in which our competitors have drafted from our list of general categories before the match. They will now draft from those categories again to see what their answer here in round number 3. You're going to get as many as 4 questions worth 1, 2, 3, 4 points apiece. Once a category is selected, it cannot be chosen or answered by their opponent. The categories that can be selected today are comedy, musicals, 1980s, sports, action adventure, actors and actresses, sci-fi fantasy, and the 2000s. We're going to have our competitors pick their categories and hopefully come back to finish this out. All right. Our players have selected their categories. That's what we're going to do. We are going to go until we are out of questions or one player is mathematically eliminated. We will start with the player that is behind, which today is Jacob. So, Jacob, what would you like to take for your 1-point question?
Let's go with musicals for 1.
You got it. All right. Here is your 1-pointer. Category musicals. Who directed La La Land?
I don't
5,
know.
4, 3, 2.
No answer.
All right. The correct answer was Damien Chazelle. So that we will stick with you. What would you like to take for your 2-point question?
Let's go with sci-fi fantasy for 2.
Okay. Here's your 2-pointer. Sci-fi fantasy. Who plays the villainous character known as the Man in Black in The Dark Tower?
Matthew McConaughey.
That is correct for 2 points. Jacob taking the lead there. Send it back over to Zachary. What would you like to take for your 1-point question?
Give me 2000s.
2000s it is. All right. Here's your 1-pointer. 2000s. Who appears in Panic Room, Adventureland, and Into the Wild?
Kristen Stewart.
That is correct for 1 point. All right. We are tied up. Zachary, you have more questions, so we'll stick with you. What would you like for your 2-point question?
Give me actors and actresses.
Actors and actresses it is. All right, here's your 2-point. 2-pointer, actors and actresses. What actress has played a law student, a famous country musician, and a student running for class president?
Reese Witherspoon.
That is correct for 2 points. Zachary taking the lead there at 16. Going back over to Jacob, what would you like to take for your 3-point question?
We're gonna go with comedy for 3, please.
You got it. Comedy for 3 points. All right. Here's your 3-pointer in comedy. At the end of Barbie, Barbie has an appointment with a person with what specific profession?
Trying to imagine the random lady signing during that movie. Because Barbie with ASL is the way to watch Barbie.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question, please.
All right, Jacob, that's your first repeat. Your question again. At the end of Barbie, Barbie has an appointment with a person with what specific profession? Five, 4, 3, 2.
I'm going to say an
1.
OBGYN. Baby doctor.
That is correct for 3 points. Jacob just gave the initials for a gynecologist. I don't know why he just didn't just say gynecologist, but that I was pretty sure that's what he did. So so Jacob does take the lead. So we're going over to Zachary for your 3-point question. What will it be?
Give me action adventure.
All right. I don't know what's going for that. All right. There's a 3-pointer and action adventure. Which 90s action film features a mineral named turbinium being mined on another planet? Turbinum, I believe it's called turbinum. Turbinium is actually turbinium. Give you a couple extra seconds for that. Turbinium. 5.
Repeat the question.
All right, you got it. Yeah, your question again. Which 90s action film features a mineral named turbinium being mined on another planet? 5, 4.
Chronicles of Riddick.
That is incorrect. We are looking for Total Recall. Total Recall. So with that, we are now left with Zachary's final question here in round number 3, which is his 4-pointer in sports. It's pretty simple. If Zachary hits it, we move back over to Jacob. If not, Jacob will win the match. So Zachary, here's your 4-pointer in sports. In Rocky, what specific kind of business does Adrian work at?
Pet shop.
That is correct for 4 points. Zachary takes the lead there, 20 points. And
am I allowed to challenge the validity of a question? Because I'm sure I've heard that exact question used as a 1-point question in multiple other leagues, mainly fandom and other stuff like that. I feel like that shouldn't be a 4-point question.
you cannot challenge based on difficulty.
Okay.
All right. So that we are going over to Zachary's 4-point question, which it will come in the category of the 1980s. So, yeah, again, simple. If he hits it, he wins. If he misses, Zachary will win the match. So here is your 4-point question, 1980s. In 1987's No Way Out, wait, I'm sorry. 1987's No Way Out takes place primarily in what eastern U.S. city? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jake.
Oh, I thought that was Zach's question.
No, it was yours.
I thought you said Zach at the very beginning.
It was definitely yours.
Okay.
Out. I'm just going to count that as one of your repeats, and then I'm going to ask you the question again.
Works.
Okay. In 1987's No Way Out, 1987's No Way Out takes place primarily in what eastern U.S. city?
Okay.
And because of that, you only have one more repeat.
That works. I'm sorry.
All right, it's fine. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Philadelphia.
And your winner, Zachary Shelton. The correct answer was Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. Thank both of you for so I can collect my thoughts here a little bit. Yeah, that was listen, that was a pretty good match. We've had a couple of these. We had a couple of these retirement matches already. Honestly, they've gone pretty well. They've been some pretty good matches so far this season. This one's no exception. Both came out swinging here around number 1, and we had a bit of trauma going into round number 2. Jacob was able to do decently well, and his strength did allow a 2-point steal, though he was able to come right back and get steals off of Zachary. So stayed close throughout the entire match. Just a matter of hitting some of those higher point values down the stretch. But yeah, with that, we'll go ahead and talk to our bettors. We will talk first for our second place finisher today, Jacob B. West. Jacob, I think on all, you played pretty well today. Maybe a little snafu in that last question, but then you showed up here. How do you think you did today?
I think I did decent. I quit caring about movie trivia a long time ago, and so I always just come in to have fun, and I always have to remember what Shaq tells me every day: you're number 1.
Yeah, all right. That's good to know. Yeah. Fortunately, yeah, that does end your time here at singles. Can come in teams if you do wish to. Like you are not retired in teams, just retired in singles. But at least for singles, do you have any parting words for the rest of us?
So being retired, that means I have to call my boss very soon and give him a very awkward phone call. So,
All right. Keep that in mind. Thank you, Jacob. Nice seeing you here. And we'll talk to your winner today, Mr. Zachary Shelton. Zachary, yeah, kind of you were kind of working with the lead the whole time. You kind of just managed to kind of just hit the questions you needed to stay in front. And end of the day, yeah, you're able to put it away. How do you feel?
Good. Again, I was a little anxious coming into today because I always like competing, and I am just glad to continue on this journey.
All right, great. Yeah, this does get you that elusive second win. You're now 2-5. Anybody you hope to see next match?
Somebody I can do well against. That's the best answer I can give.
Somebody you can beat. That is what we're all looking for, Zachary. Congratulations again. Look forward to seeing your next match. And that'll do it for us here today. Here at Multiplex Movie Melee. Thank you very much, everybody, showing up today. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you to the winner today, Zach. Thank you to all the writers, editors who help out behind the scenes, make sure that we got a game to play and a product to watch, which is for you, the viewers. We're here. Thank you for watching us. Please keep doing that. It's the only reason why we're doing it. And, till then, everybody, just, be well.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
In case I don't see you.
I'm gonna go home and sleep with my wife.
I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.